sex offenders, and the media on today's Modern Day Leper with Ahmad Blakemore. Sex offenders and the media. This has always been a one-sided relationship from day one. We have all kinds of ideas about who sex offenders are and how they're portrayed in the media. And when the media portray them, they're always bad. There's nothing ever good concerning sex offenders. There is no politician who's going to go out on a limb and dare say anything good about a sex offender, even if he has sex offenders in his own family. There are no outlets, so-called news outlets that are going to say, hey, sex offenders are great people. They can't do that. Why? Because they are the voice of the political mind of the corporation that own those news outlets. Dare say they actually go against the cops. Who's brave enough to do that and survive politics? We have silly shows like To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. Imagine this imaginary world, this prop, this stage where they've actually rented a house. They've staged a 13-year-old child inside the house while they sit around and wait on the predator to show up. Who does this in real life? They've waited for weeks for this child to talk to this man over the internet, and now the stage is set for them to catch him at the house. The guy comes in with pizza and a balloon or some doll of some sort, so that the visual is, yeah, he's really into the kid. Who does this stuff for real? Let me ask you a question, general public. If you went away as a parent out on a date with your wife and your 13-year-old child let a 35-year-old stranger in the house, who do you want to talk to first? If my 13-year-old lets a complete stranger in my house, that 13-year-old's going to have a problem. What 13-year-old is letting grown men that they don't know in their house? Come on, people, wake up. It doesn't happen. It's not real. It's a prop. It's a stage. These are just actors, people playing a part to make sure that the outcome comes out the way that they want the outcome to come out, so that they can feed you your daily dose of fear. How about Valley of the Dam? 35 sex offenders living in a trailer park. Oh my God. Of course 35 sex offenders are living in a trailer park because it's 2,500 feet from a school or a daycare, and that's the only place they can live. As if you guys didn't know. You made the rules, remember? Valley of the Damned. Sex offenders running from cameras. The people are out there chasing them down. What do you think? Are you going to hurt another child? Really? Why are sex offenders running from cameras? Because they don't want to be harassed. In any other situation, this would be harassment. But not when the media is doing it. Not when the media is feeding you your daily dose of fear in the name of public safety, as if parents don't exist anymore. Like there's some guy just gonna grab some child out from under his father. Right, try that. See how long that lasts. It's stupid. It's not real. It doesn't exist. They're feeding you make-believe things and make-believe scenarios so that the general public, who has no clue and never really asked the real questions, why is a 13-year-old on a computer with a bunch of folks they don't know anyway. And again, what 13-year-old's gonna let a 35-year-old man in his dad's house? None. None that I know. But this is what the media is. This is who they are. Let me tell you what they're not covering. What the media is not covering while they're talking about children, why aren't they talking about the adult females? These cops who are in these relationships with women and they beat these women. And there's domestic violence in the police departments. Nobody knows about it. I remember when I was on probation, my probation officer had a black eye. And I asked her about it. And I said, well, who would hit you in the face? You're a cop. She said it happened by another cop. Imagine that. What? I say to her. She said, yeah, I was dating a lieutenant. And we got into it and he punched me in my face. And I got a black eye. It's like, well, you couldn't call the cops. Right? Why isn't the media covering that? Because they dare not go against the cops or the corporations. It's all fake. It's all fake. These are political stances of the corporations that own these media outlets. If they really had some news to tell you, to bear, they wouldn't be using sex offenders, the bottom of the barrel. This is not even journalism, people. This is tabloid news or worse. This is why people, whether it's Chris Hansen or some unknown news person trying to build their career off the backs of sex offenders. How many sex offenders have built news careers for people? What they need to do is just find every sex offender they can and shake their hand and say, thank you for help to make my career. Whether it's Oprah Winfrey talking about Michael Jackson or people sitting around talking about Bill Cosby or R. Kelly or just the Valley of the Damned or Chris Hansen or some other scary politician. Stop getting revenge on sex offenders because you guys have had bad things happen in your life. Where were your parents? And what kind of parents were you when things happen to your children? Stop using your guilty consciences and going after people who haven't done anything to you. If you really want to use your media outlet for something good concerning sex offenders do good things every day. If you open your eyes, you just might see it. I'm Ahmad Blakemore. I am the modern day leper. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. Please subscribe. Let's get the information out there. Like the video, give me some comments, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye-bye.